If you were born in December, two very different gemstones are waiting for you to discover them. One was formed in the hot heart of the deserts, and the other is almost as old as Earth itself. Both gemstones carry a special blue glow, yet neither is like the other. Today we're going on a journey that will take us from the treasure rooms of ancient Egypt to Persian palaces, from the throne room of Aztec rulers, all the way to Victorian jewelry boxes. Get ready because we're going to learn about turquoise and zircon, the two special birthstones of December. Let's start our journey with turquoise, this sky-colored gemstone that was already adorning people when the pyramids were just plans in the pharaoh's minds. Imagine the vastness of the Sinai Peninsula, where Egyptian miners were already breaking rocks from sandy hillsides 5,000 years ago. Turquoise is actually the result of a special meeting, when rainwater seeps through aluminum-rich rock for thousands of years under the hot desert wind, carrying copper and phosphate minerals with it. This slow, patient process creates the beautiful material we call turquoise. Turquoise is a copper-aluminum phosphate mineral, and it's the copper that gives it that special, heavenly blue color. When there's iron or zinc in the rock too, the color changes to a bluish green, or even a pure green. The most prized shade is what people call robin's egg blue, or Persian blue. It's a strong, even, medium blue that really catches your eye. Turquoise isn't very hard, about as hard as window glass, which means you need to be careful with it. Because it's porous, it can be damaged by chemicals, oils, and if it stays in the sun too long, its color might turn green. If you look closely at a turquoise stone, you'll often see patterns on it called matrix. These are traces of the original rock, creating brown, black, or golden veins on the blue background. The brown usually comes from limonite, the black from iron pyrite, and the golden shades from rhyolite. Each piece of turquoise is unique, like a painting by nature, where the exact same pattern never repeats. Now let's take a trip to Nishapur, a city in Iran, where the world's finest turquoise has been mined for 2,000 years. The Persian name for turquoise means victory. It's no surprise that Persian kings wore crowns adorned with turquoise and had thrones inlaid with it, as they believed this stone brought good luck and success. Even horse tack was decorated with turquoise, as it was thought to protect them from accidents and evil intentions. If you visit Iran today, you can see the breathtaking palace domes covered in turquoise tiles. This site later inspired the decorations of the Taj Mahal. Let's cross the ocean with me and travel to Mesoamerica, where turquoise was even more valuable to the Aztecs than jade. The Aztecs believed that the sun itself was made of turquoise. When a new ruler came to power, a turquoise crown was placed on their head. Imagine those turquoise masks worn for ceremonies, where tiny pieces of turquoise were fitted onto a base of wood or even a human skull. Each piece carefully placed to create a perfect mosaic. Let's travel north now, to the American Southwest, where turquoise is a sacred stone for the Navajo tribe. Legend says this stone was born from the joyful tears of the sky. Every newborn Navajo baby gets turquoise beads at birth, and this stone stays with them their whole lives, from birth to growing up, from marriage to death. The Apache tribes believed that bows and arrows decorated with turquoise would never miss their target, and Zuni artists carved animal figures, called fetishes, from turquoise, which served as spiritual protectors. Now, let's step into European history and peek into a Georgian-era salon, where ladies are wearing forget-me-not brooches with turquoise inlays. During the Georgian period, turquoise was a popular material for sentimental jewelry. The forget-me-not flower design was especially liked because the color of turquoise perfectly matched the blue of the flower. There were heart-shaped lockets with closed settings, locket-shaped brooches, and what are called fede rings, where two hands are intertwined to symbolize friendship, and the hands are decorated with turquoise. Queen Victoria herself was a big fan of turquoise. One of the most popular Victorian-era designs was the snake, which didn't mean danger, but rather eternal love. Victoria received a snake-shaped engagement ring from Prince Albert, and after that, snake jewellery became very fashionable. Snake bracelets, necklaces, and brooches covered in turquoise adorned ladies' wrists and clothes. Victorian jewellers set small, round turquoise cabochons in a way that created dome-like clusters. Turquoise was often paired with diamonds, pearls, and rubies to make contrasting and grand pieces. As we get closer to the 20th century, we enter the world of the arts and crafts movement. Jewellers really liked to use turquoise that showed its matrix, which is the pattern of the host rock. Art Nouveau jewellery was made with flowing lines and nature-inspired designs, like insects, flowers, and women's figures. Turquoise fit perfectly into this natural style. In the Art Deco era, back in the 20s and 30s, everything changed. Geometric shapes, sharp lines, and symmetry were all the rage. Turquoise was now set in platinum or white gold, and the stone became part of stiff architectural designs. When Tutankhamun's tomb was found in 1922, the Egyptian revival style became popular again, and turquoise played a big part in these pieces. Imagine necklaces where turquoise squares and triangles alternate, like you're seeing the front of a modern building, but as jewellery. For thousands of years, people have believed turquoise has special powers. It's thought to protect against bad energy, and many feel it connects the heavens and the earth. It's linked to the throat chakra, so it can help with talking and showing who you are. For physical healing, it's used to make your immune system stronger, help with breathing problems, and reduce swelling. Emotionally, it helps calm stress and worry, deal with bad experiences, and bring inner peace. For the Persians, it was the stone of victory. For the Egyptians, it meant joy and beauty. And for the Navajo, it was the tears of the sky. In Victorian times, it was compared to the forget-me-not flower, a sign of friendship and remembering. Now, let's leave the world of turquoise behind and step through the gate of another realm, where a completely different kind of gemstone awaits us. While turquoise is a gift from the deserts, known to humanity for thousands of years, zircon holds the deepest secrets of the earth. Imagine holding a crystal in your hand that is almost as old as our planet itself. Zircon samples from Australia are 4,400,000,000 years old, only 200 million years younger than Earth. This mineral witnessed the birth of our planet, saw the first oceans form, and has been present through the movement of continents. Zircon is a mineral made of zirconium silicate. It forms in igneous rocks when hot magma cools down slowly. But be careful. Don't mix up natural zircon with cubic zirconia, which is a man-made fake diamond. These two materials are not related at all. Natural zircon is a real gemstone that is harder than turquoise and shines like a diamond. When you look at it from the right angle, you can see different colours in it. This is called pleochroism. Zircon's refractive index and dispersion are so high that it creates a diamond-like fire, which means colourful flashes of light. Zircon has an amazingly rich colour palette. There's blue zircon, which is the most sought-after colourless zircon, once called Matara diamond, yellow and golden shades, red and brown, which was called hyacinth, and the rarest green zircon, whose colour comes from uranium content. Orange and pink varieties also exist, which are considered especially rare. It's important to know that blue zircon usually isn't naturally coloured. It's created through heat treatment. Brown zircons are heated between 800 and 1000 degrees Celsius, and that's how that beautiful blue shade develops. Cambodian blue zircon is particularly valuable in the market. Let's take a trip to Cambodia, where you can find the world's best blue zircon. Then we'll head to Sri Lanka, where people have been collecting zircons of all sorts of colours for centuries. Australia provides 36% of the world's zircon, while Madagascar, Myanmar and Thailand are also important places where it's found. Each location offers different shades of colour, so the world of zircon has almost endless choices. Zircon's story is just as rich as turquoise's, though it took different paths. In Hindu mythology, the kalpa tree, a wish-granting heavenly tree, had leaves adorned with zircon. This tree came from the churning of the cosmic ocean and gave everything that was wished for. In the Bible, it's called jacinth or hyacinth, and was one of the stones on the high priest's breastplate. It's also mentioned among the 12 foundation stones of the New Jerusalem in the Book of Revelation. The Greeks and Romans were already using zircon in jewellery back in the 6th century. In the Middle Ages, as cutting techniques got better, colourless zircon was often sold as diamonds. People in the Middle Ages believed that zircon brought peaceful sleep and scared away bad spirits. They also thought it brought wisdom, wealth, and honour to whoever wore it. It was a favourite stone of nobles and kings, worn in rings and as good luck charms. In the Victorian era, blue zircon became really popular. Matara diamonds, which are colourless zircons, were a favourite alternative to more expensive diamonds. Victorian jewellers especially loved yellow-orange zircons, which they called imperial zircon. Antique pieces with these colours are still very much sought after by collectors today. During the Art Deco era, zircon had a big comeback. When times were tough financially, zircon offered a great yet affordable option instead of more expensive blue gemstones like sapphires. Rings from this time often had geometric, delicate designs, set in platinum or white gold, and sometimes had diamonds too. Blue zircon cocktail rings were super popular, with big stones that sparkled like stars in the light. People also believe zircon has special powers. It's said to bring wisdom and knowledge, helping with spiritual growth and enlightenment. It creates a connection to higher realms and supports meditation and clear thinking. It's linked to the third eye and throat chakras. Physically, it improves sleep, chases away nightmares, and can help with fever and pain. It aids in detoxing, especially when quitting nicotine and alcohol, and helps with digestion. Emotionally, it assists in dealing with grief and loss, reduces stress and worry, brings back emotional balance, and clears away bad energy. Zircon is a symbol of many things, like goodness, being pure and honest, wisdom and understanding, wealth and success, and also protection and grounding. This means it helps you feel balanced in your body, feelings, and spirit. So, this stone isn't just pretty, it also has a deep spiritual and healing meaning. Now that we know a lot about both stones, it's a good idea to compare them. Turquoise is a copper aluminum phosphate, and zircon is a zirconium silicate. Turquoise is softer with a hardness of 5 or 6, while zircon is harder between 6.5 and 7.5. Turquoise is opaque with a waxy shine, while zircon is clear or partly clear with a diamond-like sparkle. The main colours of turquoise are blue, bluish-green and green, and for zircon they are blue, colourless, yellow, brown and green. Historically, turquoise has been used for 6,000 years, while zircon is an ancient mineral, 4,400,000,000 years old. The main symbol of turquoise is protection and friendship, while for zircon, it's wisdom and purity. The most valuable shade of turquoise is robin's egg blue, and for zircon, it's blue, especially from Cambodia. Both of these gemstones are special gifts for those born in December. Turquoise, as a symbol of the sky and water, carries the vastness of space and the source of life. Zircon, on the other hand, holds the deepest past of the earth, and with its diamond-like sparkle, reminds us that beauty and time are intertwined. Whether you choose the desert blue of turquoise or the sparkling fire of zircon, both stones enrich the wearer with their unique beauty and ancient wisdom. The next time you see a turquoise piece of jewelry, think of the Egyptian pharaohs, the Persian kings, and the Navajo wise ones. And when you see a zircon ring, remember that you hold a piece of ancient earth history in your hand. Both stones tell a story, and both are worthy of being worn and honored as December birthstones. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.